Going through the process, you all have talked with Honeywell, that they've come in and looked at some of your buildings as far as what we can do from an energy savings project. And from my standpoint, the reason that I have talked to the department and involved now, as part of our funding, we have, and I think Mr. Armstrong has shared with you, we have a December 31st deadline that we have to do something as far as construction that's on our facility plan to utilize some of the state funding, because there's like a sunset provision on this funding. If you don't use it within so many years, it goes away. So to start out with, if you would go to my 4-page handout, and I'd like to go directly to the last page. Make sure you got one. Yeah, it's over there. And I want to go to the last page, which is the summary page. And I want to kind of just refresh your memory of what we went over back last December. When we look at your bonding potential, we look at it two different ways. The first thing we look at is what we call your local bonding potential. And your local bonding potential is when we take your local restricted dollars, which is your nickel, your state nickel match, and your capital outlay funds. We look at those dollars and we determine, based on current interest rates, how much can you bond with those dollars that are available. So as of today, if you look at the first line, our local bonding potential with restricted dollars is $4,500,000. So if we had a project identified for that amount, we could do a bond issue, no problem. In addition to our local bonding potential, we have what we call our SFCC bonding potential, which is the School Facility Construction Commission. And you'll notice I've got 4 different lines for the SFCC. The reason I break that out is the School Facility Construction Commission, they make offers to us every 2 years. And what an offer means is we'll give you a debt service amount for 20 years to pay off some of your bonds. So if you go to the second line, we have an offer that we've been saving up since 2002. That amount, that offer will bond $1,330,000. That's the offer that we're under the deadline on. If we don't do a project for at least $1,330,000, sell bonds so the state can pay for it, that will disappear as of December 31st. A 2006 offer and a 2008 offer. So when we look at our local bonding potential plus the different offers we have from the School Facility Construction Commission, our bonding potential is $8,575,000. And you know, and kind of the good news is, you know, almost half of it is paid directly by the state when we do a major project. So that's a good thing. Now, in addition to what we can finance through borrowing, through bonding, we have also, over the last few years, built up some of our restricted cash that we haven't used. So we currently have in escrow, in addition to what we can borrow, $457,000 of restricted cash that can go towards a major project. So altogether, we have a little bit over $9 million that we can spend on a construction project that's on your facility plan. So I kind of did this to lead into the first item that we have. Now, in order to do a major construction project, from the time you start to the time you're ready to sell bonds, for a major project, typically it's going to take about 9 months, because you've got to hire your architect, they've got to design the project, then you've got to put it out to bids. So for a major project, and you'll see one of your BG1s is to do a major renovation of the high school, it really would be almost impossible for us to, starting today, to be able to have a major high school renovation ready to go and sell bonds by December 31st so we don't lose any of the money. So with that thought, the next thing that I think has already been looked at in your district is you have some serious roof issues at many different buildings. So the one thing that we can do and get going within 3 months is a roof project. Roof projects are pretty basic. Your architect can do the design work, get it out to bids, so that we can sell bonds prior to December 31st.